Hey everyone, it's BoogeyMan Ben. Hope everyone's doing well and everyone's having a nice evening. Yes, this is not the video I promised that I would be doing today. I promised yesterday that this would be a new series that I would be starting on this channel. But I just didn't have the time to do it today. Instead, this is kind of a rant. I know I've been doing more of these than I used to in the past, but it's just something I gotta get off my chest, and I feel like this is the best forum for me to do that. So this is just going to be a straightforward video, no fancy intro, no nothing. It's just me talking here. I guess being a fan of horror films and the genre, it's not something that a lot of people are excited to hear when you tell them that you're a fan of horror or you're a fan of violent movies and things like that. It's very polarizing. A lot of people are very judgmental, and I've gotten to the point in my life where I'm just like, I'm going to be honest. It's like, this is who I am. I can't change who I am. I've been this person. I've loved scary movies and horror since I was a little kid, and, I'm going to be 40 years old in a week, and I don't see myself changing anytime soon. Real life violence has always bothered me. I don't like to watch the news. I don't like to watch documentaries on real life violence in the world. Even though I do know it exists, I just don't want to watch it on a daily basis. I'm not a fan of guns. I'm not a fan of, I've shot a gun one time, and it was the only time I've ever shot one, and the only time I ever, hopefully I have to shoot one. I've considered horror movies and the effects and the violence that goes on in those things is fake. It's staged. It's for entertainment. It's almost like it's not real to me. It's something that's fake, and I've always it was explained to me when I was a kid, by my mom and my grandmother, that it's fake. It's not real violence. So I think that's why I was always able to sort of look past it and say, there's some films that bother me, even though they are fake. It's like, but, for the most part, horror movie violence just doesn't bother me. I consider it's an act. But, you tell somebody that you're a fan of horror, and they think that you're like a sadist, or you're somebody that likes violence, or you're somebody that's a violent person, or somebody that's evil in some ways. I've had to defend it many times. I've been accused of, I had a friend from high school saying that, being a fan of horror leads to Satan, being a Satanist, devil worship, things like that. And he would send me things on my Facebook page saying, you should go to these exorcisms and things like that. And I finally just told him to fuck off, because I'm like, this is ridiculous. I'm a spiritual person. I have very strong beliefs and faith and everything like that. And this stuff that I'm a fan of, horror films and comic books and things like that, that's just an outlet. It's a hobby. That's what it is. It's a hobby. It's a hobby to take me away from the stresses of my normal life. And it's something that I've always, loved, and it's one of the things that has always been a part of my life, and it's always going to be a part of my life, and I don't see anything wrong with it. It's like I'm just tired of defending it. I'm tired of defending being a horror fan. And I've gotten to the point in my life where I'm just like, fuck it. This is who I am. You either like me or you don't. If you don't want to talk to me, you think I'm weird, then stay the fuck away from me. Because I'm not going to change who I am. And if you got a problem with it, then you have some other hang-ups in your life. Because I'm not a violent person. I've never hurt anybody in my life. Physically, I've never been in fights. I've never, done, I'm not a violent person. I'm just not. It's like I just don't think that being a fan of horror films means that you're evil in some way. There's so many more things in life that, like if you watch sports, I think there's more violence associated with sports than there in terms of domestic and physical abuse that happens revolving around sporting events and things of that nature than there are with horror films. I think sometimes people just want to, I'm sure that there's things that have happened in the past that, people say may have influenced them, but how few and far between are those? You don't hear about it that much. But yeah, this is kind of just like a video that's going to be all over the place, but I think it's just the point I'm trying to get across in this is that I'm not going to change, and I'm sure there's others out there that come to this channel and watch my videos and support me that feel the exact same way. They love this genre, and but I'm sure that they have gone through at least a few times in their lives the same thing I'm going through, where people are judgmental, passing judgment, thinking that you're somehow you want to torture people, or you want to inflict harm on people because you like a particular genre of films, and that's just completely untrue. But yeah, it's just something that's been bugging me, because there's a couple people I work with that have treated me different when they found out that I like this type of genre, and then there's other people that know me and that work with me that love the fact that I like this, because they're ones that like this genre too, and they didn't have people to talk to about it before, so it's really cool. And I try to keep my work life and my personal life separate, but it never it sometimes just blends together, where people ask you what you're into, and I'm just not going to hide it anymore. This is what I'm into. I have tattoos of horror movie icons on me, and I wear horror shirts all the time when I get a chance, and I wear lots of jewelry, and most of it has skulls on it, and that's just the way I am. I'm not going to change who I am, and I think it's just to the point where it's like I'm tired of feeling like I'm a bad person because I like scary films and staged violence and things like that. I just there's nothing wrong with it. It's a special effects to me, and that's why I've always been fascinated by it. Going back to Tom Savini and Rick Baker, those legends, growing up and watching the effects that they could do with American Werewolf in London and Friday the 13th Final Chapter, and seeing Fangoria magazine and showing how these people did those things, I was just fascinated by it, and I think that's what just made me a fan, is like, wow, how could somebody make it look like that happened? And it's all, tubes and props and things like that. That was just what fascinated me about it. But yeah, I just, it's like, I think somebody said it, and Adam Green, I think, said it in one time in one of his podcasts on Movie Crypt. Saying you're a fan of horror is almost like saying you're a fan of porno. People love it. I'm saying people love porno, but they'll never admit to it. And the same thing with horror. People may like horror, but they'll never admit it to their friends that they like horror. And I think it's just one of those things where people would rather not know. But, it's like, I'm a fan of this genre, and this genre has gone so mainstream now with The Walking Dead and Following and American Horror Story, and a lot of these films like Insidious and Paranormal Activity. There's so many people that love the genre now. It's really, not just a cult thing anymore, but it's still got that stigma against it, being a fan of this kind of stuff. And like I said, I'm not going to defend it anymore. I'm proud of who I am. Sometimes it stings a little bit because, I know what type of person I am, but when someone judges me based on what I like, it doesn't feel too good. And I'm sure there's other people out there that feel the same way as I do. And, something just happened this week that just kind of pissed me off, and I felt like this was the forum to sort of get that frustration out. So, just going to leave it at that. I invite people to come back to this channel and listen to this, what I'm saying here, and post any comments or feedback, anything where maybe they've gone through a similar situation. But I'm telling you right now, if you're a fan of horror, there's nothing wrong with you. It's as long as you're not hurting anybody, and you're just, it's a hobby for you. It's something that, you enjoy watching because it's through storytelling or cool effects, things of that nature. That's what got me into it, and I just like spooky things. I love the holiday of Halloween. I'm so, excited for this Halloween coming up. It's like, it's just Halloween, scary movies. They have always had a special place in my heart since I was a little boy, and it's never going to change, and it's just getting, my affection for the genre and for, anything that's scary, is just growing every year of my life. So I'm never going to change, and if people can't accept me for the way I am, I don't really need them in my life. So just wanted to get some of that, out, not really, saying the whole situation of what sparked this, but it was something that has just sort of got me down a little bit. But, it's got me down because I don't like to be judged but at the same time, I'm not going to change who I am 1 minute. You know, this is who I am, and I'll be this person forever. And like I said, I invite people to share their own thoughts if they've been judged for liking the same type of genre that we're all fans of, especially people that come to this channel knowing that it's a horror site, horror channel. I invite people to share their thoughts with me in the comment section below. And as always, thanks so much everyone for listening to this video and taking the time to either comment or just give it a watch. And I do promise that I will have some new videos coming this week. The one that I wanted to start tonight will probably be Thursday. Tomorrow I won't be able to do a video just because there is something I got to go take care of. Me and my wife have to go take care of something for my mom, so I won't be around tomorrow. But just wanted to put it out there. I will be doing a video this Thursday. It will be the video I promised to do tonight. So again, sorry for people that were looking forward to that and that I didn't get a chance to do it today. So that's it. Hope everyone has a great evening. Thanks so much. Take it easy.